Welcome to Paul's Kitchen. This is Chef Paul. Today we're going to be doing some chicken korma. It's an Indian dish. It's really tasty, really good, really healthy. Rice, chicken, and korma. It's going to be amazing. You're going to like it. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button, and tune in for some awesome food. Thank you for joining Paul's Kitchen, and Happy New Year's. Before we begin, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. So this is Chef Paul running by myself today. Amy's stuck at work. She doesn't get any of the holidays off yet. It's her last week of work. She's just had enough of the way that they abuse her, and she's going on to a new job. Congratulations, Chef Amy. So we're going to be doing some chicken korma today. It's an Indian dish. It's going to be rather mild and easy. I'm going to be cheating a little bit because I'm actually going to be using a pre-made sauce, but I'm going to try to make things better. So without further ado, here we go. So what we're going to do, and this is actually the easy part. Now you're not going to see me anymore because it's just me, so I got to do the camera and cooking. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to take some onions. I got a little bit of Spanish and red onion. And you're going to cut them up. Now, it doesn't really matter per size. That's not really that important. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take my wok, and you could use a frying pan, turn it off full heat and start to, get it nice and hot here. And she's boiling. Be careful, don't necessarily do that. There are other ways. It's just me being silly. So what we're going to do with the onion, we're going to caramelize it. And once she's done caramelizing, what we're going to do is we're going to blend it so it's more of a paste. And then we're going to set that aside to cool. So I'll show you a little bit of the other ingredients. We got some chicken. I've got that defrosted, mostly and cubed. Tajarin spice, turmeric spice. The oil I'm using in the wok right now is extra olive virgin oil. And of course, like I said, we're going to be making korma. So we got the korma sauce here, and I'm going to use some curry masala. I usually use for butter chicken, but I read it's actually good for this too. So this is nice and heated up, so we're just going to put the onions on here. We're not going to leave this too far away because we're going to put this back here when it's done. We're going to let it cool for a few minutes. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my food processor, and we're going to process this until it comes up to a paste. Now, if you want to put a little bit of red wine in, that will actually work well because red wine works really good with chicken, so does white. If you got one that you can spare, you want to do this. So this process right here can take about 10 minutes. So, watch it. Don't burn your onions. If you don't want to wait for them to totally caramelize, that's fine too, but they should be mostly cooked out. When you're dealing with chicken, please keep in mind, wash your hands. Chicken can be quite deadly if you're not washing it. Clean your workspace. And that's basically it. I mean, this is really the only real chopping you're going to do here. It's actually really basically easy. It's not that hard. It really isn't. So just keep doing this. I don't know that you need to see me do all the things there. I mean, if you have a food processor, a blender, whatever you want to do. Once they're cooked, it'll be so much easier to do anyways. It's really not that hard. And when, then let it cool for a few minutes, I think, should be the best. And then put it through the processor. Get as much of a paste as you can. If I can't get it to taste that well, I'm not too concerned about it. but it will help the next step because this is going to go right into a sauce. So this should work really, really well. I'm thinking this will taste really good. So I'll be back after everything's all blended and processed, and hopefully we have this into a nice little paste. So I'll see you soon. Welcome back. So we're all pureed now, and if you look inside here, it's nice and pureed, it's nice and smooth. It should be exactly the way we want to do it. Now, I got the wok on, I've got a little bit more oil on it, so we're going to try to gently get as much chicken in there as we can. Slowly, mind you, because you don't want to have oil spit out on you, because that's what's going to happen. So this particular process is going to take a little bit of time. And to be honest with you, this chicken probably isn't 100% defrosted, but it's still pretty good. So give me a second here, and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit more oil on here, just in case I didn't get enough on there. So I like using extra virgin olive oil because it seems to give me the best results. It's the best for you. And I'm going to pour in my pureed onion. Trying not to have to put the camera down as much as I can, but you want to make sure you get as much of your puree out. So I'm going to have to put the camera down for a second just so I can put the rest of this out here. If you let this cool down enough, it shouldn't be too hard or painful or anything like that. It doesn't have to be cold. Really probably shouldn't be anyways. So we're going to mix this in here really good. It's going to help the chicken cook up, and you know what, if you cook it with the sauce, it will generally be a little bit better. And you could always cook your chicken first. I find if it's cut up, it actually cooks a lot better anyways. So that's in. And now I'm going to dump my sauce in. And the sauce probably is enough to have all the ingredients you need anyways, but it's always good to have a little bit extra. I don't know about you, I like having a lot of, really like having a lot of sauce. It kind of adds to the flavor a little bit. You got to make sure you mix it all in, and this is chicken, so you really have to be careful to make sure that everything's cooked before you're done. You're going to cook this on a kind of high, medium heat. It's not something you can go play a video game and come back to it, because it will burn. It doesn't take a whole lot, believe it or not. So now we're going to put some spice in. First I'm going to put in my tarin. I like Indian food, I really do. Indian food is great, and this is not going to be perfect. We're going to put turmeric. So before anybody comments and say, you know, this is not legit, this is not the way it's done or the way that my mother would do it because I'm Indian. I get that. I'm not Indian. I don't have the benefit of learning from Indians how to make things properly. So I'm doing my best, and I'm hoping that I can get an Indian on here who tells me I didn't do too bad of a job. But you know what, you can take this and you can use it as a base and try to do yours a little bit differently. We're going to serve this with a little bit of corn and rice. But this, I believe, should be really, really good. It's smelling really good. Now, you can spice this up really, really high and make this really, really hot if you want. Or you can just put it mild. We have ours mild today because I'm eating it with Amy, and quite frankly, she can share a meal for once. She likes hers really, really hot. I don't. Sometimes I do, but I'm not really in the mood for it, so this is going to be mild. Make sure your spice is all incorporated. If you really want your chicken to have a little bit of everything and you want it to be mixed around really good. If you cubed it up, it shouldn't really take too long to cook. It should actually be rather short. So I mean, you can put the pot or the lid on this and just let this cook out a little bit. Cook your rice, cook your corn, and that should, you know, be relatively easy. I mean, it will taste really good. Amy doesn't know what I'm cooking, and unless she can actually hear me, but she's kind of busy at work right now, so she's not paying attention. So we'll be back as soon as this is done here, and you'll get to see it, and hopefully if you try it, let me know some thoughts or opinions, and if you make this, good luck. If you have a better recipe, like one from scratch, let me know too. If we like the sauce, we'll try it again. So we'll be back. Welcome back. So this is Chef Paul again, and we're pretty much done. So I decided I was going to take my corn mix, and this is more of a Southwest corn mix. It's not Indian, so yes, it's obviously not going to be correct, but it's good enough. The chicken's all done, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some corn, the corn mix, and I'm just going to stir this in here, and then I'm just going to close the cover, and I'm going to let this simmer for about 3-4 minutes. It's already cooked enough anyways. It doesn't really need to be anymore, but just to heat it up, and I'm going to stick that in there, and that should finish it up there. So it's going to be a really good meal, so we'll be back when it's done, and I hope you guys like it. So anyways, when you think you're done, take a knife to it and just cut through a piece of chicken. Make sure that it's completely white all the way through, because you'll really get sick if you don't. It's really important. But anyways, until we're completely finished, please hit that like button, share and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. I prefer it when somebody else does my camera work. Welcome back. So we're finally done. Chicken korma. We got the korma here with our corn in there, because I couldn't find our pot to actually cook the corn in, so I just put it in there, cooked it with it. Some rice is done. Nice simplistic meal. It's going to taste really good. Amy's really getting ready for it, so it is what it is. So until next time, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. Check out our IRC site, irc.darkworld.network, and www.Poul'sKitchen.club. We hope to see you soon.